from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, rainy work week starts on a Tuesday. Can't be too bad, can it? Yeah, I know it feels like Monday. Everything I was planning today was like Monday. Oh, wait a minute. It is Tuesday. Kind of nice. Unless you're the Cavs or the Avs, take the AV's S out of your name and maybe everything's a lot better. Cavs swept. Avs damn near close. Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Glad you found us this morning. Thank you for working hard to find us and remembering that you listen to the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
That was a long weekend.
Solid.
Yeah, good weather until like midday yesterday. Then it was like, whoa, all of a sudden it's monsoon season again. Memorial Day weekend.
Rain.
Yeah, it was a cold rain, too, like a thick, heavy, big drop, cold rain, huh?
It was.
Good weekend, though, and hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you took a second to remember why we had Monday off and we're out at the pool or the golf course or wherever it is you happen to be. And glad you found us this morning as we get set to embark on another work week, the final full week of the month of May, which is insanity. Knicks 130, Cavs 90 and 93, and it's just a beatdown and an embarrassment for Cleveland. Look, I get it when you get to the conference finals. That is a goal. And if you want to spin it as you know what, well, we took another step and we made it a round further, and cool, like cool. I'm watching the game peripherally, actually, because it would just you knew it was going to happen. It didn't take long to realize the Knicks A are better, the Knicks B are tougher, the Knicks C took the spirit out of the Cavs, and D, the Cavs quit. Like it was. What am I watching? And I'm going to give it to the Knicks. I don't want to completely make this about the Cavs, although it's partially about the Cavs, because what we're watching with the Knicks is, as they told you on TV last night, and they're right, one of the most impressive playoff runs we've ever seen, at least to this point. Now they're going to run into a whole lot more resistance, whomever it is they get in the next round, albeit a much more beaten up team, as they sit back and rest for a week, and the Spurs and the Thunder beat each other up. So they'll run into some resistance. But what we're watching is terrific. The job that Mike Brown is doing is masterful. The job the front office did with all, like, what are you doing trading all that for Mikal Bridges? Well, you know what? Someone once said, bleep them picks if I can get to the championship. And they make, well, they're going to play for one. I don't know. Do you think it's more about the Cavs or the Knicks?
It's more about the New York Knicks.
I think so, too.
Because they've absolutely taken over the Eastern Conference, been dominant since getting pushed around a little bit early in the first round.
In one game.
And, well, the series against Atlanta.
Yeah, they lost the two by 1 point.
Yeah, but kind of waking up and reestablishing themselves. And they've been phenomenal. And this is what we're seeing with the Cavs, and you also said the Avs, and it's going to be a little bit different for the Avalanche, but it's why, all right, let me see how it ends. Because it's easy to say, hey, would you sign up if you got to this point in the season? How would you feel about your year? Sure, you wouldn't mind beginning the Eastern Conference Finals. But if you're Cleveland, you have to go, wait a second. This isn't just a step. You can tell me all you want, Kenny Atkinson and Donovan Mitchell, about the step you took. You guys had no chance in that series, and you collapsed in game one.
I never owned it.
Which gave the series away. I think the Knicks were going to win regardless, maybe in 5 or 6 if Cavs win in game one. But you fall apart in a series, never respond. That changes everything for Cleveland, and I think how you feel about their entire season, what needs to be done. But what we're seeing with the New York Knicks is a really good basketball team, a team that won't be favored, but absolutely is going to give San Antonio or Oklahoma City fits after those two trade blows for probably 7 games in the Western Conference. And how about ShamWow off the bench? What a find.
Yeah. Landry Shamet's been unbelievable. I've been trying so hard to back off that unbelievable term. You know, it's to me, unbelievable has become more overused than the word great. But I don't know. I mean, at 11 for 12 from 3-point land, isn't that kind of unbelievable for some dude off the bench that was not even on a guaranteed contract? I mean, I don't know. Help me with give me what unbelievable means then. I mean, all right, unbelievable is Wembanyama launching half-court jump shots at half. I mean, all right, that was pretty good. No, Landry Shamet is insane. And they're getting it from everywhere they go. It doesn't matter who Mike Brown goes. You can go to Miles McBride and he's getting it. Shamet's been really, really good. Mitchell Robinson gives him really tough minutes. And then what he's getting out of his starting 5. I mean, pick one. They've all been really good. Go ahead, pick one. Pick one dude. And the stat line isn't going to tell you squat because none of them scored more than 19 points. Cat had 19 last. Stop looking at the stat line. Go watch Josh Hart's game. Oh, well, he only scored 6 points. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, he matters a lot. The Knicks are tough, man. The Knicks are, there's a little bit of throwback to the Knicks as far as just attitude, toughness, grit, the way they play defense, the way they make everything hard on you offensively, and then how efficient they've been offensively. And look, man, you can do all you want to try to shut down Jalen Brunson, and you should. But after that, Bridges has had his games. Hart's had his games. You got to deal with the two bigs, and then you got Shamet coming off the bench. Look, do I think they've been tested? I don't think the Hawks were that damn good. I was surprised how they handled the Celtics, right? And then they walked through this, man. This was glorified scrimmage at some point. Last night was an ass beat, and it was and we're gonna get to the other side. Like, you can tell me, and I don't know how many times I got to listen to James Harden at the end of seasons tell me how good his stats were. But to me, you're right. It's about the Knicks, and they are legitimate. And I know we want to crown whoever comes out of the West. I agree with you, man. I think the finals, no matter who comes out against this group of men, and they are men, this is going to be a series.
Yes, because what the Knicks have done, and you say they haven't been tested, they haven't allowed.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's
an
fair.
Opponent to test.
That's fair.
Like that's historic numbers that they're putting up in closeout games on the road. And you talk about what the box score showed last night, and after the game, they were talking about it on Inside the NBA. The Knicks were the first team in playoff history to score 130 points without having a player score 20 points.
Yeah. And you just look up and down the box score. The Knicks have blued out their opponents by almost 24 points per game, starting with Game 4, the first round series against the Hawks. So they've won 11 in a row. That's the last 9 games. They're averaging winning by 23.8 points. Well, they're not going to do that against Oklahoma City or San Antonio, Jeff. I think you're probably right. I do. I think you're going to get a whole lot more resistance. I think you got a different animal coming at you in the West. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't think either one of those teams is going to out-tough New York, right? There may be more skill, and you got to deal with Wemby, or you got to deal with Shea, or whatever. And I think they match up a lot better against Oklahoma City than maybe they do against San Antonio. I don't know how you feel about that. Because I don't know that anybody matched up against Wembanyama. But look, if you're all ready just to crown whoever comes out of the West, I would consider whoever it is the favorites. I'm going to tell you this, they're beat to hell, and the Knicks are healthy, and neither the Spurs nor Oklahoma City are healthy.
No, this is not going to be a Western Conference cakewalk in the NBA.
I want to get into the Cavs side, too. But, Knick fan, I know you're there because, you know I know this? Because you're sleeping everywhere. You're everywhere. I know you're there. Come on in. Let me give you phone numbers. 505-246-0610. That's how you get here. 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animals phone line. It is also the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. You'll get fair and affordable care for your vehicle at Meineke on San Pedro. You can send emails, jeff@sportsanimалabq.com, jj@sportsanimалabq.com. On the X, JJ's there. It's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian is producing the television side. We're on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. We are on Xfinity channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. And we are on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. You can watch us live just about every single day. When we get back, I got to get into the other side. What about the Cavs? What about their comments after the series? Was it just a happy to be here kind of a thing? Kind of looked that way, at least last night. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call.
Doing car care right.
Quotes, I'm sorry for the city of Cleveland. For it to be like this in the sweep, that's ass. But I told you all last year, and I'll say again, we'll be back. We'll be ready, we'll be hungry, and we'll be locked in. End of quote. Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs guard, in a message to the fans of that city after getting swept and beat at home by 37 in a closeout in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. 505-246-0610. Love to hear from you today. We'll be back. We'll be ready. We'll be hungry. We'll be locked in. Wonderful, man. It's great to say. And it's hard for me to sit here and totally blame Donovan Mitchell or any individual because I think the reality of it is the Knicks are better. I just think they're better. I know Donovan Mitchell said, or James Harden said, I'm sorry, after the game, we really believe we're better than that team. How can you sit here and tell me you believe you're better than that team when they just swept you and you blew a 22-point fourth quarter lead in game one And after that, it wasn't competitive. How does James Harden sit there at the podium and blame it on, well, we played 2 hard series before this and they had rest, and I really believe we're better than them?
He's had to do that a lot in his career.
Okay.
For the reason that hasn't been able to advance in some of the teams that he's been a part of with those expectations. It falls on deaf ears. That's not the reason why they didn't win this series. It's one where I don't know how you change it because you're stuck with James Harden. He thought, maybe this will be the team.
Are you?
He has a player option for $44 million.
It's his option.
It's one where if you're Cleveland, you trying to do a dramatic swing for the fences. I liked Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen, but the Knicks were the better team, regardless of what happened in Game 1. The Knicks have an attitude that you trust. They have a belief in that team. You've watched it towards the end of the season, as Mike Brown discussed, and you're not getting that from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Not even close. And I don't know that you ever get that from James Harden. Does James Harden feel like a guy that wants a championship or wants to put up stats to get his next contract? I mean, I think everybody wants a championship. Don't get me wrong, but what's most important? The next one, the numbers, getting another deal. What do you think? I mean, if you could say
he wants to win a championship,
you got one or the other, man. You get another $50 million, $45 million contract for a couple more years, or you can have a championship. But you're only going to make $15 million. Which one do you want?
Championship.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that. I would.
Well, it's also it's an interesting conversation with James Harden because yes, the numbers are there, but has he ever really been that dude? Or are we just kind of hoping he's that dude? Because you're going to throw out all the numbers you want about him not winning a championship. It's kind of get in line. There's a lot of dudes
That's a great question.
Haven't won a championship.
No, it's a great question. And I think people have tried to make him the number one, right? Because his numbers in the regular season are so spectacular. They're Hall of Fame numbers. Dude's a Hall of Famer. He plays almost no defense. I don't know who you'd rather have defend you, him or Luka. Like who's a worse defender? Harden, right? And that's saying something. Harden. And to listen to him talk about how his defense was so good in the series, and I'm like, dude, do we not have film sessions, tape sessions, video sessions in Cleveland? Do we not look at what just happened? Do we not watch dudes blow by you? Well, I mean, what happened here and what happened? Stop. Somebody's got to play defense at some point. You know why the Knicks beat the crap out of you? Because they played defense. Yeah, they scored 130 points. All right, cool. You turned the ball over 22 times. 22 times. That was 15 steals accredited to the Knicks. You shot 32 out of 20, so 42%. They kicked your ass. 505-246-0610. I was hoping I would hear from Dan today. Hello, Dan. How you living? You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Dan.
Oh, I'm living great, my friend. Hey, listen, James Harden, we can talk about him. He's a palooka. He's always been one. The same thing with Kevin Durant. Both of them right now are watching the finals on TV like the rest of us are. That's where they at. That's for a whole other show. I want to talk about the Knicks and the way they're playing basketball right now. Something you guys are saying. They're a team. We don't talk about the Knicks like you talk about San Antonio with Wemby, or you talk about SGA with Oklahoma City. I don't hear anyone talking about that with the Knicks because when they shut down Brunson, what did he do? He led with assists. Everybody else is stepping up. The New York Knicks are a team. And last night, if you watched that game, I don't care, you Laker fans, did they kind of remind you of the 1980s there with the Lakers show? Did they run up and down the floor, running back and forth, They look like the old Lakers with Worthy and Magic last night, the way they were just one pass a basket, and they were eating these guys up alive. I feel sorry for these two Western teams that are coming to play the Knicks. I want to tell you why. Both of them are going to be banged up, and they're probably going to go 7 games. Yep. And the Knicks will take game 1 wherever they're going to play because the Knicks are healthy and they're hungry. And right now, and look at how they're winning. 30, 40. They put 145 points on people. They're just killing people. And you think these two teams are going to beat them? You're out of your minds, folks. I want to tell you, it's a New York like Stephen A. Smith, an orange and blue sky. That's what it's going to be because I don't see any one of these teams beating that team right now. Either one of them.
Dan,
I'll let you guys talk.
No, hold on.
They're going to go all the way.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Dan, hold on. You know what else it reminded me of watching them? And you're going to remember the defense reminded me of those late 80s, early 90s East Coast teams, right? The way the Celtics, the Knicks back in the Knicks in those days. I mean, the John Starks, Ewing Knicks played defense. Everybody in the East played defense. And to me, yeah, I love the way they're moving the ball. Offensively, they're really, really good. To me, they reminded me of those late 80s, early 90s Eastern Conference champions, the Pistons to some respect, but the way the Celtics, the way the Knicks back in those days played defense, to me, that's what's getting them there. There's an attitude and a grit and a toughness that they just absolutely, to me, overwhelm Cleveland.
Oh, no doubt about it. And what gets me as a Knicks fan, I did not expect that this year. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Last year when they fired Thibodeau, they brought in Mike Brown. I was like, yeah, Mike Brown, yeah, he's a good coach. He's been in New York before. He's played, he's coached there. So, I'll give him a shot. But the way he's got this team believing in themselves and how they're playing, it's unbelievable. And now, come crunch time, this is when you separate, the wheat from the chaff. This is it. And you saw with James Harden. And you see with these guys, these big stars that the NBA tries to push out there. And where are they at the end of the season? Watching the championship on TV like everybody else. To me, James Harden and Durant have been palookas for years. They're hangers-on. And playing defense, every time someone came down the lane, James Harden got out of the way not to get hit. Just watch it. The guy never played defense. I saw statues in Central Park that moved better than Harden on defense. My God, my friend, they were awful. They were just awful. Yeah. And the Knicks, they didn't have to play Detroit or Boston, and that was one of the big things. I was afraid of those two teams in the playoffs. They didn't have to face them, and now they're going to face the West, and the West is going to get their wrath. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm taking the Knicks maybe in 5. I mean, that's how good they are. I don't see these other teams because of the injuries, and they're going to be playing 7 games. These guys are beat up, and there's no doubt about it. Knicks are going to eat them alive.
All right, Dan. Great to hear you. That's great. I was hoping he would call today. And I said earlier, Celtics, they went through the Celtics, and obviously they went through the 76ers. 76ers beat the Celtics, so there wasn't much resistance there. Here's the one thing on the Knicks. I firmly believe what they're going to get in the finals is going to be a step above anything they got from Atlanta, the Sixers, and the Cavaliers as far as upgraded competition. But everything else he said, the Knicks are going to be rested and they are healthy. Whomever it is that comes out of the West, first of all, neither team is healthy now, and they got at least 2 and probably 3 more games to go. They're beating the crap out of each other. And they're going to be a worn down team. I mean, that's going to be a team that's not rested like this team is. And, I'm not ready to go Knicks in 5 yet. But when we get there, let's have this conversation because everything else you said. But I think the competition escalates greatly when they get whoever they get, right? Don't you think whoever they're going to see is way better than
no doubt.
Atlanta,
they're both
Philly.
Teams on the other side. Yeah. They're both teams. Yeah, you say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you say Victor Wembanyama. The Thunder are there because they're a team.
Well, and you say Jalen
Brunson
Brunson
last year.
Yeah.
They overcame not having Jalen Williams throughout parts of this postseason to win a game.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, keep them coming. 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. We'll get into Donovan Dent being back in Albuquerque, but more so Donovan Dent not playing basketball. He's done. Maybe a little surprise. I saw some people. Everybody's got an opinion. Oh, Mick Cronin took it out of him. Oh, I can't believe he's not doing it. The young man made a decision. He's going to go on and do something different with his life. It's his decision, right? Everybody else is making the decision for him. No, it's his. We'll get there. We'll get through everything that happened over the weekend. 505-246-0610. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
You get that one a lot. That conversation literally just had. What's the real story with Jonathan Dent? What's the real story? And I'm like, well, I think the real story is he's going to go coach, and he wants to be. I think the real story is, and I do have a text out to Donnie. I think he wants to be near his girlfriend, and he made some money, and somebody asked me, why would you pass up all that money? I'm like, well, what money? Well, he has another year left. I'm like, you know what? He doesn't. And then I started thinking about it. JJ, so is he like the last guy ever that only get 4 years of eligibility in college basketball?
a chunk of players that will definitely be going back to the lawyers and filing lawsuits if 5 for 5 goes through.
Well,
and there's not a carryover for some of these guys that didn't have a COVID year.
If it goes,
because
he's it, right?
And the players that actually played 4 years in 4 years.
We're watching dudes play 7, 8, 9 years in college athletics. Donovan Dent played 4 years in 4 years, and he is expired his eligibility. And you're like, well, wow, that's the way it used to be. You mean that still exists? So if the 5 and 5 goes into effect, and I don't know that, and Jeff Grammer did a great job with the story. He broke the story early in the weekend, and it went national, that Donovan Dent told the Albuquerque Journal that he'd rather get into basketball training and coaching than pursue a professional career playing basketball. He held a pop-up camp this, I guess it was yesterday, over at the Albuquerque Basketball Academy. And they had a bunch of kids come out there, 120 kids according to the Journal. And I saw him, on a bunch of video interviews. He looks happy. He looks content. Maybe Donovan was smart with the money that he got at UCLA. And he's going to do something with a degree and with life. And I think, one of the key words for now is, quote, I guess people can say I'm retired as of right now. Now, whatever that means, right? Can Donovan go, was Donovan Dent going to be an NBA guy? Probably not, right? As good as Donovan Dent was in college basketball, size-wise, he probably just wasn't going to be, he wasn't getting drafted, right?
It was an outside shot.
Okay.
With Donovan Dent, he would have absolutely had playing opportunities, whether it's Summer League, maybe G League, overseas. But he's kind of telling you right now that's just not what's lighting his fire right now.
Yeah, he when the story broke, he said he didn't think anybody was going to be interested. Quote, and this was in the Albuquerque Journal. My phone started blowing up on Sunday about whether I was still playing or not. I couldn't figure out why. I guess it was because of the article. It was crazy. That was part of his quote. And then the national media, it started picking up, and it was everywhere. And they started citing sources close to Dent that he was retiring. Some people cited the Journal. Others just posted the social media. And so Grammer asked Donovan again yesterday in response to all the social media chatter if he really meant it. More specifically, Grammer said, is there still a chance you'll play one day? And I thought the response was the right one. He says, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. All I'm thinking about is right now is doing what I'm doing right now. That's not a pro career. So I guess people can say I'm retired as of now, end quote. Gut tells you, and my gut is just gut. Maybe at some point there's an opportunity and he wants to go play basketball. People have asked me, well, did Mick Cronin take this out of him? I don't know, man. Did you look at UCLA's transfer, more so retention? Like, everybody stayed. As much as Mick Cronin has that reputation that you have of him, of this angry, screaming man who ejected one of his own players from a game when he shouldn't have, it feels like his players, it's like, you ever hear guys who play for Parcells say, I hated playing for him, but I love the man? I hated him in the moment, but I love him now. And maybe you all had coaches like that. Does that kind of feel like what Cronin is to some of these guys? I'd love to hear them talk about it. Maybe Donovan one day will talk.
Yeah, I bet you some of those guys have that feeling, and it's different for everybody in their experiences. But what you pointed out about this year's UCLA team, like, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like, there's no surprises when you're recruited by UCLA at this point in time. What Mick Cronin is, his attitude, what the outside world thinks of him, and I'm sure it's just as tough when you're on the floor for him. But with Donovan Dent in this decision, and when we were discussing last week about him playing the TV field, like, wait a second.
Yeah, no, you brought that up yesterday. Like,
what is that? Yeah. Oh, the summer league before that, but if he caught on with the team, would he still play? So it makes sense now of why he committed to that and being part of the enchantment and playing in the TBT over the summer. And it's really hard. And Donovan Dent is a good basketball player. Would Donovan Dent been one of the 60 selections this upcoming draft? Who knows? Never say never. But you do look at a lot of the rankings, even the top 100 draft boards, and he's not there. And it's not to say that he couldn't earn his way into those situations, but that's just not what he wants to do right now.
Yeah, which is, you watch him play and how good he was. It is a little alarming that he is not top 100, top 60, whatever it happens to be. This is a young man who every interaction that I've had, and I'm going to assume you're the same way, is pleasant, cordial, cerebral. He's a bright young man. Doesn't feel like he's super instinctual. It feels like, he's well thought out, that there's good people behind him, that there's a good support system, that he's not just doing stuff to do stuff. Like, he's thought this out. And I'm sure Donovan has got his future in his mind planned. He's got people with whom he's working, I'm going to assume, and he's going to do the right thing. I'm a big fan of the human being. Like, he's a good basketball player, and I always liked the way he played, and I always enjoyed his game. And I thought, you go back to the coast to coast in New Mexico State and all those things. Great play. But I always enjoyed the human being, the conversations, like when I was doing Lobo games and, on the bus or on the road or wherever it happened to be, and I really enjoyed it. And the fact that he's back here doing things here, and did you see some of the social media stuff? People in California are going, well, why did he go back there? He's from Riverside. He's from LA. Well, his girlfriend's here. And obviously that means something to him. And he says all the right things, and I think he means it. He said, Albuquerque gave him a lot, and he wants to give something back. And it's so hard for some people, especially outside of here, and many inside of here, to just take that for what it is. Well, what else is going on? What's he got? Well, why? It can't just be that. Why can't it? Tell me why it can't just be that. Why can't that young man just say, you know what, I want to give something back to a place that gave me a lot?
I think it's absolutely that. And you saw it just with the response over the weekend when, like Friday or Saturday or something, you saw, hey, Diamond pop-up camp, they were expecting 30 kids to show up on a Monday, and they got 120, 125 kids. He says everything you need to know about why he'd want to do this.
Yeah. Yep, and doing it well. It was interesting. But again, the 4 years, JJ, so if, in fact, this 5 years to play 5 years goes into effect this next coming season, would he then be grandfathered into that if he wanted to go back and play another year of college basketball?
It comes down to a court. Because whatever rule is put in place, someone will sue. And say it's not fair.
Well, they might just say it goes back to the guys who are in. I mean, and avoid the court ruling, right? They could proactively
do that,
right? And I don't know where Donovan is if he would want to go back and play another year. Is there a spot at New Mexico? I'm just asking. Is there a roster spot at New Mexico? Just asking. Just asking for a friend. That'd be weird, huh? I don't know that I think it's out of the realm of possibility. Do you?
Never say never.
I mean, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Now, there wouldn't be nearly as much money here as there would be elsewhere. And I wouldn't be mad at it if he goes and gets one more check, goes play college basketball somewhere. He's a terrific college basketball player. But, yeah, that was the question everybody's asking. Like literally, as we were coming on back on the air out of this last break, I was asked, why would he leave that money on the table? What money? He's out of eligibility. Well, he only played 4 years. Yeah, that's what college basketball historically has been, and still theoretically still is, right? Although nobody just plays 5 years or 4 years. Yeah. This is a story. When we get back, I'll read the text I got on it, and you can send the correspondence. It's 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Today, losers of 4 in a row. At least they're not giving up 100 runs a game. They lost 6-5. Actually, that's not right. They won on Saturday. So they've lost 3 of their last 4. They lost the last game, 6-5, won 13-11, lost 7-2, and 12-1. Opening drive, J.J. Buck and me, Jeff Symbieta, 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Manikian San Pedro text line. Travis sent the text. A lot of huge sports stories from this weekend, but none bigger locally than Donnie Dish Dent retiring from basketball and coming home to New Mexico to begin his coaching career. Definitely had pro talent and may have been a late second-round pick. Even if he wasn't picked, he would have been invited to play on a summer league team and given an opportunity to make an NBA roster. Cleveland getting swept was not a big surprise. Donnie retiring from basketball and not pursuing pro ball was a huge surprise. And I don't believe the initial tweets breaking the news. Casual fan will certainly wonder what happened at UCLA and if it had anything to do with his decision. Now, and Donnie's going to explain it one day, or maybe he won't, why he decided to do what he wants to do.
I don't think so.
You don't think he ever will? He's just going to go do his
No,
thing?
I don't think so. He didn't like being coached.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
He's saying he wants his life to be basketball, but he just wants to be the coach. So was it that bad with Mick Cronin? And he's like, well, I don't ever want to go. I'd have someone else coach me.
Yeah, I think that's really, really lazy conjecture about that. Was there ever anything that showed you or told you or suggested to you that Donovan Dent had a problem with Mick Cronin? Wow, look at this. Cronin was yelling at him right here. Cronin yelled at everybody. It's the way Mick Cronin is. Coach, I don't want to say past that. It's the way he coaches. But I guess, to me, the Mick Cronin thing, and look, maybe it wasn't for Donovan, but Donovan could have gone and played somewhere else then, right? Or he wasn't going to have to play for Mick Cronin. I guess the answer to me is, look how many guys stayed and look how many transferred. And for the most part, Mick Cronin kept his team together, right? They all came back.
And even now, it's so hard to look at transfer numbers as an indication of,
I agree with that even more,
relationships or coaching. It's just everyone's in the portal.
So, I mean, why? I guess everybody's going to go and guess because there wasn't, Donnie didn't say why. He just said, this is what I'm going to do. And I guess that's human nature to try to figure out, why would he do that? Like the question I just got, maybe this is just what he wants to do. It can't be that simple. Something had to happen. Well, I don't know, man. It's his life, and he's going to go do what he wants to do, whatever makes him happy. I'm going to tell you this, and I don't know him well, but what I saw from this weekend, when I saw the interviews, I saw the conversations, the young man sure seems happy, doesn't he?
Is anyone taking into account that he was able to earn
$3 million
a lot of money? And maybe he's like, I just don't want to go through that G League grind in Sioux City or Maine or whatever it may be.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that 100% could be it. Or maybe I don't want to go overseas. My girlfriend's here, and we want to start our life, and maybe there's something to that too. There's life outside basketball. There's factors that are outside of basketball.
And he looked really happy. He was open all weekend, and he's Donovan Dent. He's gonna have a lot of great opportunities to get this started, get this going here now.
I think he's gonna be just fine. And look, sometimes there feels like there's a backstory to it, and there always is, I guess. But there's times where I'm going to take a guy at his word, and I got no reason to believe that there's something nefarious going on. I mean, it's very clear Donovan and his girlfriend are tight, right? She is here. She's in school here. And so he came back here. Is that part of why he comes here? Jeff, does he really love it here? Whatever, man. Yeah, I think he does. But she's here. That's obviously important to him. For him to go off and play in Egypt or Lebanon or Spain or Poland or wherever while she's going, it's going to be pretty hard to start their life, right? And if that's a priority to him, good on you, young man. You know, when he made a chunk of money reportedly at UCLA, and if he was smart with it, then they've got a pretty good way to start their life. It sounds like she's going to have a hell of a career. She's in med school, right? And he's going to be able to do whatever he needs to do. Like maybe to your point, I just didn't want to do the grind. And what's more important to me is being with the people who I love and doing it my way. I'll stay in basketball this. But everybody's got their, it's got to be this. It's got to be this. Mick Cronin took this out of him. Well, I don't know that that's right, man. Let me tell you something about Nick Cronin. And I've only met the man twice. But if, in fact, Mick Cronin is that toxic of a man, that toxic of a coach, he wouldn't have been around this damn long. He wouldn't be continuing to get $5.5 million contract. I see the public persona just like you do, man, and I get it. And he looks like an angry jerk. There's a funny side to him when he sits down and he's calm and he's away from it. There's a cerebral part to it. But for JT, look, if he was that guy, that public perception that everybody thinks, guys wouldn't keep committing to him and playing basketball for him, and people wouldn't keep hiring and paying him millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think one of these schools would have found a way to get out of that contract.
That's all I'm saying. So, all right, we're going back to the phones when we return from this top of the hour. 505-246-06. Your emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho.
You know, somebody's got a pretty good bank account to get going, you know, so kudos to Donovan, and thank you for all you did for our community here. We really love you, man. Yesterday, Jeff, I saw Coach Bradbury and his lovely wife, and I talked to them for a while, and they were really excited. They were getting ready they were moving yesterday, actually, and real excited to get to Louisville. And I promised his wife that we would say nice things about him this morning on the Sports Animal. So I say, Coach Bradbury, thank you very much for everything you did for our community and our women's basketball team. I think you're a phenomenal coach, and I hope that whatever is in store for you and your family in the future is positive, and God bless you.
That was very
so
nice.
There's my promise kept.
Yeah, look at you. Very, very nice. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Nice, Dan. Look, you and Bradbury spent a lot of time together. I mean, never had any sort of issue with Mike. I thought, you know, I thought he was a good coach. I thought he did some good things here. Never got to that next level, and I think Mike's got a good future in coaching in front of him. It just, after 10 years, not having success in Vegas and kind of doing it kind of was a little bit of rinse and repeat. I don't want to say that flippantly, because it sounds like, well, it's not easy to win 23, 24 games a year like he was doing, right? And so to take that for granted, I think would be something really, really wrong, because he is a good coach. I don't want to even say was. He is a good coach. He did have success at the University of New Mexico. You had an athletic director change, and you had 10 years of program that just didn't do well at the conference tournament. Was it 5 or 6 years in a row they lost the first game? 4 years. And there was success. No, I wish Mike the best. I like Mike personally. And I know a lot of people, the players enjoy playing for him, especially this year. And I mean, you had, you being the voice of the Lady Lobos, you spent a lot of time.
I think the discussions we've had about Coach Bradbury in this program, they're fair. I think that it's a world where in a market like this, you can't just be a coach. And with women's basketball not having the postseason success, not really being able to generate buzz outside of the regular season, I think that did affect the fan base. It turned people off, especially with Coach Bradbury. He just wanted to be a coach. He didn't want to do the extra stuff. And now you see kind of what over the last couple of years with Jason Eck coming in, his personality. I think we'll see a little bit more of that moving forward with Eric Olin already. What Coach Egan has done, you have to play that game, especially in a market like Albuquerque. And it was a tenure that he just ran its course. That once that shot didn't fall from Destiny Hooks underneath the basket, you knew that things were changing. And I'm with you. I think there's a lot of people that were frustrated that he never really fully embraced Albuquerque, which I guess was as open as you see from other coaches, which is understandable. But I think with what you laid out, you just don't roll it out there and win 20 games and just say it's always just because of the schedule.
Yeah. I think first of all, I think 10 years is a hell of a tenure as a coach, period. Anywhere, college athletics. All right. I think that is part of the definition of success. I certainly don't want to say that is the definition of success. I think 10 years, if you make it 10 years and they're winning 20 games plus on a regular basis in college basketball, that's success. But you can also say that I think Mike would tell you he didn't achieve the goals, right?
No.
I mean, the goals were to win championships. He won that one COVID regular season championship I say COVID. That's how I remember the year, right? It was that 2020
COVID year.
Yeah, it was the 2021 year.
Of all of them to win, it's like that's the one you won.
Well,
where you had to suspend the entire year on the road.
Yeah. No, that was a great effort, a great work that year, right?
You got to cut down nets in an empty building.
And they didn't have. Is that the year they didn't have the tournament? Or they did play the tournament. They did play the NCAA. He just.
It
was the year before they canceled. Yeah, that was 21 coming out of COVID.
Yeah, so that was when they played all but 2 games on the road.
And they played their last one at home and won.
The last 2 at home against Colorado State. Won those games. Won a regular season conference championship, which I think always should get more recognition than it does in sports. But it's because you don't get an automatic bid. It gets lost. But then they went to the WNIT at that time, and they were playing round robin formats, and they're
it was crazy. But I think Mike would tell you, the goals that they had to win conference championships, plural, and to get to the NCAA tournament, they didn't achieve that.
Because the only way you're getting to the NCAA tournament is winning a lot.
That's 3 days in Vegas. All right, 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, Travis.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Happy Memorial Day, and just a sincere appreciation for all of our veterans out there. I think I appreciate this conversation about Mike. I don't know that we talk enough about the state of Lobo women's basketball when he took over and kind of where the program was at. I know that we all had a lot of high hopes for, Yvonne Sanchez and what she would be able to bring to the program. But, certainly the program was really down when he took over. And, yes, they did not have the postseason success that we all had hoped for. But, man, did they win a lot of games during the regular season. And you know what? It was a lot of fun to watch at times. And so, absolutely wishing nothing but the best. Certainly, Ryan Berriman is trying to kind of restore the program to kind of a larger, a more national imprint. But there's no doubt that score-wise, record-wise, talent-wise, that Mike did a lot of really good things here. And as you said, he would tell you himself he didn't meet the standard. But that's not to say that he wasn't a good coach. It just, ended up being the way it was. And so nothing but the best for him and future success for him and the rest of his family. And, on this Donovan Dent thing, I really hope we can reshape this conversation. And I think it's a conversation that we hear. It's a broader conversation that people have about New Mexico. So what I have been seeing a lot on Twitter is, why the hell would this guy come back to New Mexico?
Yep.
And I hope we can shape that to, why not New Mexico?
That's right.
I mean, honestly, if you hate the community that you live in so much that you can't appreciate fact that,
get out.
Thank you. That's exactly right. And the truth of the matter is, we have and this is not a conversation that we have a lot or maybe ever, but there are a ton of former Lobo athletes who did not grow up in our community, but stayed in our community after, their time in athletics and are contributing to our community. And I mean, we could take hours, listing off names. I mean, PMAC, Jamal Fenton runs a camp and coaches an AAU team that my cousin, who plays for Valencia, coaches.
Dries Gary stayed in town. You got guys all over the place. Yeah.
That's exactly right. So again, why not New Mexico? I mean, this, Donovan Dent obviously.
Travis, I think that mess was coming. I think that mess was coming from the UCLA fan. I think that's people, the Southern California people with and look, that's where I'm from, but there's a geographical arrogance there, and people in Southern California cannot fathom that this is a good place to be. All they know is Breaking Bad and the stereotypes that they continue to portray and further and expound upon on social media. And I'm going to guarantee you the majority of the people who thumbed out those takes have never even been here.
I think that's probably right. And obviously I had posed the question earlier, did it have something to do with UCLA and the coaching culture there? Now, I only said that in jest because that is literally what is consuming Twitter right now.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. I understand why a man who is wanting to start a family with his girlfriend, who is still a student at UNM, who had an incredible experience for 3 years as a student athlete, would want to come back to this community. By the way, a community in which he would be a superstar.
That's right.
And so I believe that he had future opportunities. I heard the scuttlebutt that maybe there was projections that he could be a second-round pick. I thought that there was certainly an opportunity for him to grow and develop and have an opportunity to maybe make it to the NBA, G League, whatever. But what I will say is his sticking and staying in this community, just as much as Dries Gary, just as much as Jamal Fenton, raises the profile of New Mexico basketball
no doubt
for all of the other high school programs. The idea that point guards in high school are going to have an opportunity to go to AAU camps and be coached by Donnie Dent, maybe one of the best point guards we've seen at UNM in a really, really long time. Boy, is that going to increase the profile of New Mexico basketball, and that only increases our sports, kind of profile. Importantly, though, that is not the most important thing going on in people's lives, and I hope that his girlfriend, who it sounds like is going to medical school, after her medical school stay, I hope that she matches her residency and ends up staying in New Mexico for the long haul.
Yeah, no,
because God knows we need more doctors
Here.
in this community, and keeping Donnie here would be an ancillary benefit. Have a good day, guys.
See you, man. No, it's actually there's a lot in that was really good. All right, we got a break. Forces here. We got a homestand coming up for your second place, Albuquerque Isotopes. Are in contention. We'll talk to him about what's going on this weekend. This week, it's Tuesday. You got a game tonight, promotions, day baseball, all kinds of yummy stuff. Talk some Topes, but I want to continue the conversation on what Travis has brought up as well, because I think he hit dead on a lot of stuff. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM, but more so AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo.
Pro 610.
I told him I'd go push the buttons. I just didn't know which ones to push. I'd be like playing piano on the switcher over there. Opening drives on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal, your home for Albuquerque Isotopes baseball all season long. Topes 2.5 games out of first
Two.
place.
Two games
Just
out
a
of
half
first.
game behind Oklahoma City. So Forest is here. So we're not doing divisions anymore?
No, it's all
Why?
it's per MILB rules. I think it's because
So Sacramento's in first place.
Sacramento's in first. I think it's because they went away from doing like a semifinal and a final in the PCL. They just went to do 1 3-game
So
final.
then why have an East and a West?
We've been asking them that for
I'm
for the last
at
3 or 4
standings.
years.
What am I looking at?
It's a great question. Myself and John Traub, we've been asking MLB for the last 3 or 4 years why they still have them as classified as divisions, even though they don't matter.
So how do we do playoff? We're doing first half winner,
First half winner, second half winner. Yeah.
Overall?
So essentially, there's 24 games left in the first half, which ends June 21st. If we were in first place on June 21st,
You win the first half.
we will win the first half and host the PCL Championship September 22nd to 24th. So we need all the fans
Check
to
to
come
make
out.
sure the dates are open.
Oh, they're definitely. We always highlight that just in case, just in case, guys.
Just making sure, man.
But yes, we have a homestand this week, as you said. Then a homestand June 15th to 21st. The 12 more times to see the Topes in the first half. So we need everybody to come on out and help us get to the playoffs for the first time since 2012.
Here we are. So 2.5 games out of first place.
2 games.
Okay, keep looking at this damn thing.
Yeah.
It says 2 games out of first place behind Sacramento. Oklahoma City's a game and a half back here, a half game behind Oklahoma City. The Chihuahuas are in town starting tomorrow.
Tonight.
Today's not Monday anymore.
Yep. No, yeah.
Even though it was Memorial Day. Starting tonight, 6:35 tonight here on the Sports Animal. Tomorrow, Nacho Average Wednesday with all kinds of yummy plays on nachos. Day baseball on Thursday. Dinosaur night with dinosaur plushies, courtesy of the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science on Friday night. Country night on Saturday, which will be a big blowout. And then Pride Day on Country night Saturday. Pride Day on Sunday. Man, I screwed this up 15 times.
It happens, right? It's Tuesday. We're getting back from a long weekend. What are you going to do? As you said, mentioned those on Wednesdays, Nacho Average Wednesday. We got some delectable specialty nachos thanks to Chef Jim.
He's the best.
Bracha nachos.
Bracha. Say that again.
Bracha. Bracha. I'm almost a true Burkian now, right?
Porqueño?
Porqueño. There you go.
Porqueño.
Porqueño.
Porqueño. Not Porqueño. Porqueño.
I'm getting there. Yeah.
You're not here yet.
I'm from South Carolina, but I've only been here for 4.5 years now, right? Bracho style pinto beans with sliced hot dogs, fire roasted green chili, savory onions, and of course
savory onions. Not just the regular onions.
Savory onions. We have Irish nachos.
So when you go to Sprouts and say onions, just regular onions, and these are savory onions.
You always got to get the savory ones, right?
Yeah, right. They cost
it's worth an extra 10
6 cents more a pound, but yeah.
we got some Irish nachos, golden waffle fries stacked with tender corned beef.
On your nachos?
Yeah. Roasted green chili and creamy hash chili queso.
Creamy.
And for all you sweet lovers out there, we got some Banana Foster nachos.
Banana Foster nachos?
Flaky butter cookies layered with warm caramelized bananas and a rich glaze made with dark rum, butter, and brown sugar, topped with vanilla ice cream and whipped cream. So if your mouth's not watering
Savory
now,
vanilla ice cream.
Savory.
All right, that's Wednesday. Is that just a Wednesday? That's Wednesday's menu?
That's just Wednesday, but all week, the specialty food item of the homestand, that is a Springfield special. Yep, so you got some tender, slow roasted beef and creamy mac and cheese layered with melted American cheese between thick cut, buttery Texas toast. Grilled to perfection.
Buttery. Which night you went out for
How many
dinner?
times did you have to read that?
Yeah.
So far today?
Yeah, he's still got the whole run to go, man. He's got to go over to see Kiki and Clark and everybody else. He's got to go do all that crap again.
How does it sound? Does it sound good so far?
Yeah, it was spectacular. It was good practice. You come over to Sports Animal first. It's practice there.
Exactly.
Forrest is
Got all
with
the
us.
kinks.
Yeah, Ice Topes have just took 3 out of 6 in Las Vegas, and we're super hot, and now start a homestand with the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Well, a big reason that the Ice Topes exists is to help the parent club. And how about Friday night with Sterling Thompson, Chad Stevens contributing for the Rockies?
Yeah, it was really incredible to see. Yeah, I think it was Thompson with the double in that inning, and then Stevens with the RBI single to right field, his first RBI as a pro. And the guy waving him home from third base on Friday night, guess who that was? Our very own Pedro Lopez. He was filling in as third base coach for the Rockies on Thursday and Friday night.
No wonder they got beat.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But, yeah, it's been a fantastic season. We've had so many guys go up in the last few weeks, so the Rockies are just decimated with injuries right now. Sterling Thompson, Chad Stevens, Tanner Gordon, Wellington Herrera just got called up, Blas Castano, Seth Halverson was down here with us for the first month of the season. He's up there now succeeding with the Rockies. So the farm team is working. We're winning, and we're impacting the big club day in and day out in Denver.
It's actually kind of nice. Boy, you were having fun. You were on that run, 9 out of 10?
Yeah, 10 out of 11, yeah.
This has been, by far, the most successful season to date since you've been here, right?
Easily. It's the most successful season probably since, 2013.
I've talked to Sushan about this so many times, man. You guys, Forrest has to. You watch every game. Forrest has to write up the post game notes, the pre-game notes. Every game. You're living and dying.
Yeah.
And when you're getting beat every night, man, it's got to wear you down.
It's tough.
Yeah, and
it gets tough to write about all these negative things happen every single night. But this year, a complete 180, man. It's we're breaking so many records. We're doing so many firsts since 2013, 15, 16. Essentially, since we were a Dodgers affiliate, we're kind of the best team since the Dodgers era in 2012. And yeah, we're pulling through that. You can just see the depth that Paul DePodesta has brought in, and it's just his first year as president of baseball operations for the Colorado Rockies. And when he was here a few weeks ago, he asked, so how's the team been compared to previous years? I was like, well, first of all, you could tell within the first 3 or 4 games that the floor had been raised immensely, and just the depth of pitching and the veteran position players with VMIL Machine, Chad Stevens, at one point Nicky Lopez before he got traded to the Cubs. It was just filled with guys who knew how to win and veteran presence that was going to help these younger guys kind of figure out AAA.
Maybe at some point it siphons up to the big club too. All right, can I read you some emails that are directed at you? I got.
Yeah, what you got? Come on.
This one's your fault.
Yep.
Bill says no Memorial Day mediocrity. I hate this schedule. How did the boys this summer not play on the day that unofficially kicks off summer, even though the weather yesterday felt more like February? Probably good you didn't play yesterday because you'd gotten rained
out anyways. Yeah, but I like the comment. Take it up with MLB, Major League Baseball though, because they're the ones who make the schedule, unfortunately. So,
Gopher, can I vent, Jeffy? Well, of course, it's here for you. We've entered the time of year when the goofy-looking sports dude shows some random PCL highlight that usually has no impact on the outcome of the game. Albuquerque's baseball team scored on this sack fly in the third, but lost as we were coming on the air.
Yeah, I mean,
you make it easy for him too, man.
100%.
Like back when I was doing this, back when I was doing this, damn camera. But I mean, every game is there's a feed, a professional feed. They just take the clips right there.
Yeah.
Most of them use that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, most.
Yeah, I mean, they get access to the MLB.TV feed.
Once they come out, they get fed.
Right. And then they show up to the ballpark. They get their 3 or 4 innings of highlights. Go back to the station, full stomach after getting a little pregame meal in the press box.
A little nap.
Yeah. But this year, it's all different, though. We're hitting sack flies. We're hitting home runs. We're stealing bases. We're the best offensive team in AAA right now. We scored the most runs, the most RBIs, have the highest OBP, have the highest OPS, most walks in all of AAA.
You're an exciting ball club. No,
yeah. It's a fantastic ball club to watch right now.
I told you these
top
stories.
to bottom.
When I first got into TV, years and years ago, in the Northwest League, Yakima Bears, Dodgers short season A in the Northwest. And the 3 of us idiots would sit on top of the roof at Parker Field in Yakima. Right? And neither one of us wanted to leave. Right? The news was 11 o'clock. So it hit 10 o'clock and the game wasn't over. Are you going to leave? You're going to leave? Because nobody wanted to not have that highlight of the August game against the Eugene Emeralds or the Bend Bucks or the
pivotal game.
Right? And so we get that last I mean, when I look back on it now, dude, like who cared about that 8th inning single that broke the tie against the Spokane Indians? But we would sit up there and literally in front of us left. All right, I got it. Come on, man. I got the highlight that nobody had. Nobody gave it. Yeah, I did get one of the great classic. Eduardo Perez was on the Boise Hawks, and Kochman, the manager.
Casey Koch.
It's still, if you YouTube it, I shot the video that ESPN had where he took his shoe off when he was arguing with the ump. Pulled the base out and told him he stinks. He took his shoe off and put his shoe in the umpire's face. The whole thing was.
I've never seen that before. That is awesome.
Yeah. All right, I know you got to go do the run here. Homestand this week starts tonight. Chihuahuas are in town. Dinosaur plushies on Fridays. Country night on Saturday. Pride Day on Sunday. Not your Nacho Wednesday, or what are you calling it?
Nacho Average Wednesday. Kinds of delectable nacho specials on Wednesday.
Day ball on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Fun brand of baseball to watch. Hopes are vying for first place in the PCL. Come out and watch them.
Good seeing you.
You as well. Thanks for having me.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 650 Sports Channel.
New Mexico's fame.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan.
JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. It was over at John Thomas Jewelers on Friday. I actually got a tour of the brand new place. It is spectacular. Like I knew I've been there briefly, but John took me around, and like you've got a little design lab over here, and this is where they put everything together. And those guys are back there. It's just not like any other jewelry store I've ever been. That's why John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler, and they will be yours. Go by and see them at this brand new, beautiful facility, second floor at 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. I had some stuff up there and needed some work done on my watch, and got to spend some time with John and Laura. And it's just fabulous. If you're thinking about an engagement ring, there really is no other place to go. They have been the place for the last 13 years and will continue to be because of the service, the quality, the selection, and just the entirety of what it means to have the no regrets engagement ring. If she does not love that ring, you have a year to return it and have it redesigned at no extra cost. Who else does that? There's no pressure. There's no regrets. There's no reason to go anywhere else. This is absolute confidence in one of the most important decisions of your life. It's a beautiful, private, refined space, the largest selection of engagement rings anywhere in New Mexico. And it's now showcased the way it all deserves to be. You're going to sit down one-on-one, see your ring come to life, and you'll try on the exact design before they ever make it in precious metals. Best jeweler in Albuquerque, 5 straight years. Fastest growing jeweler in New Mexico, 3 straight years. And the exclusive home of the no regrets engagement ring. Go by and see John Thomas Jeweler. Second floor, 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalaBQ.com and JJ at sportsanimalaBQ.com. Good to have Forrest in here. Good to know that they're using savory onions instead of regular onions on the
You want savory.
No doubt. No. I mean, for an extra 6 cents a pound or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, you got a
savory onion.
All right, a lot of talk on the Donovan Dent stuff. You can get in on the Knicks and the Cavaliers. 130-93, New York slapped the Cavs around last night in Ohio to complete the sweep. A lot of talk on Donovan Dent. This one's from John. It says, "Hey, Jeff, happy last 3 days of school to all my fellow teachers. Enjoy your well-earned break. It's been the hardest year in my 25 teaching career." That's not why I'm writing. I'm writing to praise Donovan Dent. What he's doing is awesome. Did you see how much that camp yesterday was? It was $25. I work at a Native American school here in town where way over 3/4 of the kids are below the poverty line. And if he does that next year, my wife and I are going to send 10 kids from my school to it. That's really cool. I love that he's back and what he's doing and joining that list of people who are legends of this community who've come from elsewhere and stayed, like Hunter, Kenny, Lamont Long, Frank Willis, and the late, great Kelvin Scarborough, just to name a few. I'm excited, and I hope that it keeps going next year, John. Yes. Look,
Kenny went to Albuquerque High, but he grew up in El Paso. Hunter Green came from Southern California. He's made a career here and has become a legend he was a legend, become a legend, right? Calvin Scarborough, Doris Gary, Jamal Fenton. I mean, the list goes on. The people who embrace the community that embrace them. And I know we're always looking to find more in it. Why is Donnie doing this? Why is he not going to chase his pro dreams? I don't know. Maybe those are your pro dreams for him, and maybe he had something. It might be. I know it's hard to believe. It might be as simple as what he said. I'm going to pursue a career. And he said, I'm retired for now. Keep that in mind. I thought that word is a very important piece of the quote. But maybe he wants to be near his girlfriend, who is still here and in med school. And instead of going to play, to your point, JJ, grind it out in the G League, wherever it is. Now, the G League's found some better destinations. San Diego Clippers is a good place to play basketball. The Bay Area Lakers is a pretty good place to be. Right? But maybe he didn't want to do that. He made some money last year. And maybe this is real and this is what he wants to do. Why can't you take it on the surface? This is an interesting one, JJ. Lobo Hobo says this. It says something about what is wrong with college athletics today. When Donovan can play 4 years of, quote, amateur, end quote, hoops and say, I'm good. I don't need to take $50,000 a year in the D League. Lobo Hobo. Maybe it says something that's right about college athletics. Maybe college athletics set him up to go do another career, and he's got the financial backing now to go, let's say, use a degree or go do something. And that commercial, go pro in something besides athletics. Maybe it says something good that it set the young man up in a position that he doesn't have to go chase $50,000 a year in the D League. That he can go now do something that makes a difference. That's perspective. How do you hear that?
Someone that's just going to keep sending the same thing over and over and over.
Damn these athletes for getting paid.
He just really stops following college athletics.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, Rudy, good morning. You're on The Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Hey, I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend and spent a couple of minutes thinking about all those people that can't enjoy it, that either gave their life for their country or, I have a lot of good friends that have passed away. And so I always take a little time, but we did make a damn good butte. And by the way, newsflash, there's actually water down there.
How about that?
This some people, Travis hit the nail on the head. People who don't like Albuquerque or New Mexico, I believe in the buddy system. Leave and take your buddy with you. I'm really tired of it. That's why the real ones is something I'm on board with. I've loved living here. I've loved every minute living here. I wouldn't live anyplace else, and I've had opportunities to go other place else. And I think that's what maybe Donovan Dent saw and got caught up in. It's a great place to live, and I'm really happy that he found peace and that he has a great girlfriend. I don't know if you remember Kanacha Nez, but Kanacha did the same thing. He was going to chase pro basketball. He played 1 year and decided that he'd rather come back and marry a doctor from Albuquerque.
Okay.
So to each his own. And, yeah, if you can set yourself up, why not? People who are condemning this, I have a problem with. This is America. You make your money. There's people making money on the internet doing nothing but showing you what they ate for breakfast, right?
Well, look, man. So go do your thing. And I just it's not for any. And I'm not that we are. I just everybody with a thumb and thinks they know what's going on and second guessing this young man. And I'm going to tell you this: that young man didn't look like he needed any second guessing. He looks pretty damn happy.
He's always been that way too, and I've interacted with Donovan quite a bit back when he was playing, and he was always just a pleasant, wonderful young man, and I wish him the best. And he's kind of getting on the Kenny Thomas train, and there's a lot of people, Hunter Green, George Scott, the list goes on.
That's right.
Scott Cregan, people that came here play sports at UNM and decided they loved it. Couple of notes. I hope UNM can address pitching, and if they could just get some pitching on this baseball team, I think they could really get back in the NCAA tournament. But it always seems to desert them at the worst time, and that's tournament time. So they got to get some arms that can be tournament ready, and because the hitting always seems to be there year after year, coach after coach.
Yeah.
And then finally, what can you say about Tom Samuel? He just keeps going out and knocking it out of the park. That guy, he's going to run the fastest 5K in the world coming up here, probably at the NCAAs. He just keeps shaving time off that. If you're in the 13 minutes and 5,000 meters, Jeff, there's some people that can't bicycle that fast.
It's pretty spectacular. I mean, he is a pretty special athlete. It's inarguable. All right, man. Good to hear you. Enjoy the rest of the week.
You too.
All right, see
Have
you.
a great one.
I keep them coming. At 505-246-0610. I got another text or two to read you on Donovan and the whole thing. Got one from Mud I got to get into as well. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by.
Like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan. I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, With 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations.
505-246-0610. Meineke on San Pedro, doing car care right.
Dude, I finally found that video on YouTube from 1991. The guy took his shoe off, put it in his face. He took his other shoe off and put it in his face. The umpire. It's just crazy. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. 505-246-0610. Come on in. We've been talking about Donovan Dent and his decision to be in Albuquerque. I got this text. People are missing the point. How much revenue was produced by Dent's talents? Question. He deserves all the money he made, and he can do what he wants and makes him happy. God bless him. I can't agree more. Good for him, man. And I would push back. I'd go for on your thought. That's what's wrong with college athletics today. I mean, I don't know. Is it supposed to be you get out of college with a bunch of debt and you have to fight through it and making no money and eating ramen for the next 10 years of your life until you like
not all things are created equal.
Yeah.
Things evolve. College athletics has evolved to a point where no one thought you're going to have coaches making millions of dollars, institutions with gigantic television budgets. Are there things that have to be fixed? Yes. But revenue eventually getting back to athletes, what's going to happen? Here we are.
Yeah. Good for him, man. And again, I just think it's just a good dude. Like, give me one negative that you got on Donovan Dent. Here's how you know Donovan Dent was this like. This like, not this. This like. Give me another athlete who transferred out of New Mexico. Now, granted, he's come back, but even before he came back, that was still spoken of as highly as him. I mean, people around here, man, beat the hell out of a guy. He leaves, right? Even if it's JT Toppin to some respect, and I think you understand that. But JT gave you 1 year. Donnie gave you 3 years of really, really good basketball. Went and got paid 1 year at UCLA. You can't put him, right? Who else was still loved that way by Lobo fans that left? I don't have one. Do you?
There's not that many.
No, pick a sport.
There were. I can't think of a long list of good players that left.
Truth. I mean, Jamal Mashburn left. Elijah Brown left. Mathis left. How about Mathis? Right? Anthony left for Oregon, but still is considered a Lobo. He gave you 4 years, right? He somehow got 5 because he got that first year back. But I'll give you him.
But even those guys are not at the level of Dent success.
No. But I'm thinking more so the way Lobo fan feels about it.
That's why they feel that way.
But who do you think like Anthony is always been kind of, I think people almost forgot that he went to Oregon. Yeah. I mean, I do. I think you got 4 years out of him. I think some people, oh yeah, that's right. He did go to Oregon, huh? Elijah Brown went to Oregon. right? You sure don't feel that way about Cullen Neal, I'll tell you that. He went to Ole Miss and then to St. Mary. Yeah. So let this young man do his. All right, I got one. Dan called earlier from New York on the Knicks, and Mud sent me a text. Mud says, tell that guy, that Knicks fan, forget about it. Wemby and the Spurs are going to be too much for the Knickerbockers. We'll see, man. First of all, Wemby and them Spurs better get by Oklahoma City. Whoever comes out of the West, boys and girls, and I know we've talked about this, everybody kind of has, as the de facto championship is what's going on in the West. It's the Spurs and the Thunder. Knicks have won, 9 in a row? 11 in a row? What's it been?
They've won 11 in a row.
11 in a row. 9 by almost 24 points. They're going to be rested. They are healthy. They are playing really well. They are tough as nails. They play defense, and they're efficient offensively. Oh, and did I say they're healthy and going to be rested? Yeah, I think I did. This is no damn gimme, dude. Oklahoma City and San Antonio are beating the crap out of each other. Neither are healthy now. They got 2 to 3 more games left. And then they got to go tee it up against that team?
There's no way I'm taking OKC or San Antonio as the level of favorite they were expected to be.
They won't be when we get there.
No.
I mean, they just won't be. They may be the favorite, but sure as hell not when we get there. I got some more texts, more emails. We got another hour to go. 505-246-0610. Anything's on the table from the weekend, too, man. You can hit on all the college basketball noise, the tournaments, the eligibility, the Will Wade stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff. We got NFL. Wherever you want to go. 505-246-0610. He's JJ Buck. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta. Thank you for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over
AM 610 KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, lots to do coming out of a 3-day weekend. How you living? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Thanks for finding us. 505-246-0610. Day after 3 Astro pitchers combined for a no-hitter against the Rangers. The day after the Knicks dominated the Cavaliers and swept them out of the playoffs. The day after an overtime goal puts Carolina up 2-1 on Montreal. You have found us here on the opening drive. Donovan Dent's been a big topic of conversation. The former Lobo and UCLA star who is back in town and says he's retired from basketball for now. Toby said he got a standing ovation when he got his award at the pit. UNM honored him, and the fans cheered for him. That was the truth. It was his championship ring from a year prior. It was, I think, the final home game of the season. It might have even been an NIT game, now that I think about it. It was an NIT game. It was the game against St. Joe's. And Donovan was there, and they put him on the big screen and took him out on center court, and he got his championship ring from the year prior. And yeah, people love him. And they should, man. There's nothing to not love about that young man. He's cordial, bright, smart, funny, attentive, like everything you want him to be. Oh, and by the way, he was really, 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 really good and gave you 3 years of spectacular basketball and effort. You're going to have to give me a reason to not like, oh, he transferred to UCLA, Jeff. Yeah, he did. And if the numbers are right and what he made, so would you have. And now he's back. Like everything about that is tremendous. All right, what else I got on here? Jackson on a little baseball, replying to Rudy, he said, Jeff, it doesn't matter if the coach is named Rich, Ray, or Rod. I've been hearing about the lack of arms in Global Baseball for 40 years. Yep. Global Baseball got knocked out of the conference tournament. They got into the double elimination and lost 2 in a row. Air Force beat them 11-1. Gene says, I'm so done with Coach Do Nothing, Jeff. After that mess, he's done with Global Baseball, right? Okay. Not sure I'm ready to fire the coach yet, but maybe you are. Dan says Marty's number one obvious take of the day, Jeffrey and Juan Jose. You can ride 1 or 2 dudes throwing their arms off in the regular season. But we saw in Mesa, to win a tournament, you need depth on defense. You need guys at the end of the bench to come in and eat up innings. JJ, I think pitching, since we've been here, since elevation has been a thing, altitude has been a thing, it's always been tough to get pitching at UNL. Rich Alday used to tell me about it. Ray Birmingham talked about it. You got to develop them here. Because the really good pitchers, I mean, you got to explain to me why a really good pitcher wants to go to UNM as opposed to pick your spot, right?
It's going to be probably like 1 year wonders. You can get someone.
Yeah, you got to develop.
Snapshot. You're not going to develop anyone.
Well, but I mean,
once that person has a good year, they're gone.
Right. So you're not getting the guy who is the no-brainer. You know, the Dylan Blom from La Cueva, who's committed to LSU and might be a really high draft pick in the draft next week. Probably isn't staying home. Oh, I mean, he should stay home. Really, instead of go to LSU? It's an altitude thing. I mean, go look at the pitchers who go to the Rockies.
And
What's
he's
the
probably
best?
going to get NIL money to go to LSU.
Promise you.
Not going to get that good.
No, promise you. So, yeah, you got to get a guy that you develop. And to your point, if you develop him, then he's going to be gone, and you got to develop the next guy.
Mm-hmm. It's incredibly difficult. Need a bunch of grinders.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's, if I was the coach, I'd have pitching. Oh, would you? Like, where you get it all? Yeah. I mean, you want to have a ton of arms. You want to have really good arms. And I'm going to give you this. The top of their rotation was good this year. It was. But, I mean, that's just inherent with this program. I don't know. Well, Jeff, Air Force did. Fair enough. Air Force is a little different. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. What did I miss? We already hit on Samuel. Fred, what did I miss from the weekend? Hello, Fred.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, I wanted to bring up a couple things. One was, I know Rudy already stole it from me already. Just the Samuel thing, setting that record. But when you really think about that Koski, the lady runner, and him, like she won the 5K and 10K in the NCAA, and all the things that he's done, you know, we actually paid him. We actually do pay both of them. We don't ever pay anybody else. Like when you mentioned about pitchers, why don't we get a couple pitchers like the NIL, get a little money and buy 2 pitchers? Because I tell you what, we're always one of the best hitting teams in the nation every year. But there's just a suggestion that why can't we give a little money and buy a couple pitchers? And then
what do you want to take it from? Well, I'll tell you why. Fred, I'll tell you why. I mean, so you can. Where do you want to take the money from? Because you're going to have to take it from somewhere to give it to them. So you can. But you got to take it from somewhere else. Where do you want to take it?
Well, where do they get it for track and field? I know they're getting paid because I asked.
Well, and there's a very good chance. So I'm going to guess, and I don't know this for sure. So there's people who are very sports specific, right? Tennis people absolutely support tennis. Baseball people support that. I mean, you got a lot of golf, like that top 100, or I think that's what they call it for golf. They've got specific people who give directly to golf. I don't know.
And I do that with baseball.
Yeah.
I do that with baseball.
Yeah. And that's
I don't
where it's
give a
got to come
lot,
from.
but I give money for just baseball. It's got to be baseball.
And that's where it's got to come from.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to bring up something, though. Yeah, you're bringing up all these names because it is really cool to bring up all the names of the guys played here that came back to live here and stuff. You didn't bring up the late Pekorski, who just passed away not too long ago. But his daughter's now coaching. She played at La Cueva, was a star player there, and she's now coaching at Cleveland for probably, I don't know how many years. Then you got the Toppers. Look what Topper did here. Look at Pat King. And Matt King. I don't know if you remember Matt King from La Cueva, but Matt's right now, in case you don't know, a lot of people don't know, he's a big honcho there at the University of Arizona. I forgot his title.
Well, he
there,
started up
but
Position
he works
Sports
for the
too.
University of Arizona.
Yeah. He started up Position Sports, which is a big company now too. Yeah.
Hey, and then also it's kind of neat. We're talking about the isotopes. I mean, this is the most you've talked about the isotopes in a long time, and it was really neat that I saw where they came back against Vegas and they were losing 5-0, came back and won the game. How many times has that been? In fact, they had a thing in the paper from 2019 is the last time. No, 2005. It was the last time we came back from. It was 6 runs against Memphis. That's how far back it goes. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think of, there's a couple other things too. And I guess you guys brought up about the 2 guys that won the game against Arizona. I was watching the Arizona game, Thompson, and I can't remember the other guy, but they both got hits and we won the ball game. It was kind of neat to see, isotopes being called up. That was kind of cool too. So. And I think that's about all. I just wanted to bring up those few things.
Beautiful. No, good to hear you. Thanks, Fred. Later.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, getting arms, it's so easy to bash on a coach. And sometimes I think there's a big distinction, and I've said this for years, JJ, between an excuse and an explanation. I don't think it's excuses. And I used to talk to Ray Birmingham about this all the time when he was the head coach at UNM. About pitching. And, you try to, once you get them here, you try to get them in mindset it's just pitching, but they've been told about it. And I think altitude is a real thing. But the other guy's got to pitch in altitude too. So that's why you've always had great hitting teams. right? But they do. And a guy coming from San Diego
for 3 days.
Right.
And it's a lot different when they can go back and
pitch at sea level.
And everything along those lines. It's real. The numbers. Just look at whether it's UNM, there's Soaps, Colorado Rockies. Like pitching at altitude consistently is not easy.
Yeah. And that's why it's hard to get those guys here. To recruit pitching at this place is really difficult. It just is. And your point on, we were talking about scheduling. And why does, you want to get Long Beach State or Fullerton or UC Santa Barbara or some of those Southern California really good teams to come out here? Well, why? They can get, like Todd told us a couple of weeks ago, you get on a bus and go an hour and play really good competition, right? And they're in different leagues. So Santa Barbara, who's in the West Coast Conference, can go down and play Long Beach State, and it's a 2-hour, go through LA, it's probably a little longer than that. But it's a couple-hour drive, or they can go up to San Luis Obispo and play a really good Cal Poly team. Play a 3-game series, and it costs them a bus ride. Why wouldn't they do that? It's hard, man. You start looking in, why isn't baseball good here? Or better. How about that? Better. And there's a lot of, this is a tough job in baseball. Because it's hard to recruit pitching, and you're isolated geographically in regards to how can you get non-conference games. And I give Texas Tech a lot of credit for continuing that series. I think Arizona usually does. You get some of those weekday series, you can go over to Arizona and play. But it's hard, man. It just, bottom line is there's some inherent challenges. And you can tell me all you want, they should go out and do this. Let me ask you. You're the manager at Cal Poly or Irvine or one of these really good Southern California schools in the Big West or the West Coast Conference. You coming to New Mexico to play a 3-game series, or you're going to go up the road and play a 3-game series on a bus?
You save money.
And probably play
play a better team.
I mean, it's 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Center.
This is The Herd.
You got to be consistent.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito.
Stop, shop, have them come by and take care of whatever you need. They were by the house last summer. It just changed the whole look of my place. Grass was greener again. The sprinklers were sprinkling where they needed to be sprinkling. The trees, the shrubs were looking beautiful. Everything, all the crud was gone. Just an absolute different look after Labarge Landscape took care of it. Now I got them working on something else. They're the best. They did front and back for me. I love walking up to the house now. The backyard I spend way more time in. If you have a project, you want to redo the landscape, you just want to, I want a renovation back there, call Labarge Landscape. You know what you want? They're going to do it for you. You're not sure what you want, but you know you want to do something. They've got a design team that's going to look at your space and talk to you and figure out what it is you want. You and your family are going to get something that you love for years. Call Labarge and have them over-deliver like they did for me. 33 years in this market, winning the hearts of people all around Albuquerque. Family-owned, family-operated, licensed, bonded, and insured. And they are the people I call when I need anything done landscaping. Look, it's not my thing, man. I'm not good at it. I don't love it. I don't have time for it. They are good at it. They seem to love it, and they have the time for it. LabargeLandscape.net. Bounce around their website. Look at the gallery of some of the beautiful projects they've done before. And then call and make an appointment at 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It is Labarge Landscape. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Terry, must be Friday. I'm taking the rest of the week off. Last segment. I'm done after your call. What's up, Terry?
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to wait till Friday. Going to jump in a little bit of the super regional softball. Texas
buddy.
Tech, Florida. Yeah, that was wild and woolly. You know, from the standpoint of Jason Williams, the daughter, getting drilled 4 or 5 times, and which you say, but then you think that Florida only hit 17 batters all year, and then her dad in the stands going wild, and you know, having been a former Gator, and he's doing the chop, and the fans going wild. But then also at the end, where the Florida wouldn't come out and shake hands, and their coach had already been ejected. But, you know, I want to say in the future, if sometimes there's a wild game and then Florida wins and doesn't shake hands, then I might think, okay, but if you're only not going to shake hands when you lose, then, yeah, that part just sucks. But that's the excitement. And, you know, I don't know if Texas Tech women's NIL budget is more than, UNM basketball. I mean, they got somebody jumping a ton of money in that.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, because they've said that, and then nobody, and you can see teams don't want to play them in the regular season because I don't know, did the $1 million pitcher come back, and you know, so you have that. But I mean, looking forward to the softball World Series and all that, and the excitement. You know, like I said, I thought maybe a hockey game would break out when they get there. My daughter might have picked softball over, you know, soccer if she'd known there was potential violence in softball. But yeah, I was waiting on that, but it should be wild. But I don't know if you ever remember, and it's fine because they did it for TV, where they do the 4-team brackets for both baseball and softball in the college World Series for each of them, where they used to just do a double elimination back in the olden days. So it kind of depends if you get in a bracket. If unfortunately you get one that has your number, then you're kind of screwed, but otherwise. But it's still fun. And then when they go to the best of the 3 final. But did you catch any of it?
Nope, did not.
No. Did you catch any of the Byron Nelson?
No, I played golf this week and had some projects and played a little tournament. No.
I was wondering if Scotty.
No, I did catch the Byron Nelson. I did. Yeah. Wyndham Clark won it. Yeah, I did. That was.
I don't know if Scotty ever takes a week off or he wants to.
Plays and makes money, dude.
The family. He pretty much plays every week.
Well, especially in Texas. He loves all the Texas tournaments.
Yeah, so I'll give him a break there. Yeah, he has that and all that. So they'll come up and then have the U.S. Open in a few. But no, it's just wild. I love that softball change of pace. Dan, love coming back to Albuquerque. Great. I mean, he did leave. He sounded like a politician. I'm retired for now. I don't know. I wish they would have some stones. Have they officially passed the 5-5 rule?
No.
Oh, so it's just out there in limbo.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting if they pass it and they grandfather guys in like him, because I mean, again, he's one of those rare guys that only played 4 years of college basketball, right?
Right, and then also, did they ever pass an official rule on JC players?
I don't think they have, JJ. Have they? I mean, as far as what? As far as the transfers? Is that or the eligibility?
Diego went to court to have it not count.
The eligibility.
So they let him play. So I'm just like, well, have a rule. Somebody get together. NCAA could do something. Either you're going to say no, we decided no, or we decided yes, JC doesn't count.
I don't think they have.
Versus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So heaven forbid the NCAA actually step up. Besides, guys get together and want 24 and then 48 or 72 in a college football playoff. But besides that, heaven forbid they make some real decisions on that. But okay, you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you had a great weekend. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I didn't catch any of the softball stuff. I did watch Wyndham Clark win Byron Nelson. And this is interesting. I'm looking at they're ranking all quarterbacks coming back. Everybody's quarterback situation in college football. We'll get into this. All right, 505-246-0610. I gotta get into the James Harden, JJ. Him saying that we are a better team, and I know we hit this earlier, but I'm not doing this to just pile on James Harden. I mean, sometimes we all watch this, right?
It's just so tone deaf. Well, you got beat, man. You don't have to. And I didn't even like Kenny Atkinson the way that he went about it. Like, sometimes
he's the coach.
Your fans want to just hear you be real, and you can be disappointed. And it wasn't the way you wanted your season to be. Okay, you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Guess what? We watched you get your doors blown off. That changes things. It's always goes back to the question, or people that are out there. No, if we told you before the season started, you signed up for no, because it changes the way you feel. Because we just watched how you played for 4 games.
Don't tell me I didn't see what I just saw, right? My eyes tell me what I just saw.
If you lost in 7 and it was back and forth, you're having a different conversation. You collapsed in game 1 and no-showed in game 4.
And didn't really show in game 2 and 3. You played really well for 3.5 quarters of game 1. And then just got run for the next 3 games in 7.5 minutes. So James Harden, after the game yesterday, was asked how much better the Knicks are than the Cavaliers. Quote, I can't even answer that question. Yeah, it was 4-0, but I don't think we had a chance as far as our best shot from the standpoint of circumstance. What? Obviously, they dominated us 4-0. But I don't know if I can necessarily answer that question, just because genuinely, I do feel like we are the better team, but series-wise, we didn't show, so it's a tough question to answer. End quote. How do you genuinely feel you are the better team? And look, man, I'm all about believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing. If that's the case, like if the front office says, well, I genuinely feel we're the better team. No, they're not. They won't do anything in the offseason. They're going to get run in the first round of the playoffs next year. Because the Knicks last year got to this point, they got beat by the Pacers in the conference final last year. Wherever they got beat by the Pacers, They went out and decided, you know what, we need to go get better. And they made moves. So how is it hard to answer? Anyone else, we all watched the game. The Knicks were far and away the better squad. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, they didn't lose a game. It wasn't competitive. Donovan Mitchell blamed tired legs. Remember going into this, the Knicks, just like they will now going into the final, had a long rest while the Cavs had to play a 7-game series. Looks like that's going to happen again. Quote Donovan Mitchell, "We did this to ourselves. That's not an excuse. The Knicks are a hungry team. They beat us, swept us, so I don't want to diminish that. But we didn't give ourselves a chance because we didn't handle business. You can't play with your food. We had an opportunity to close both series and give ourselves some rest, and we did it." End quote. Let me give you some numbers. The Cavs' only real chance was game 1. They were up 22 points in the fourth. Let me, again, go back to that game. They were up 22 in the fourth and lost 115-104 over. Game 2, the Knicks were down 3 after the first quarter. They went on to just pound them 109-93. Game 3, Cavs needed to come out. They needed to make a statement on their home court in front of their fans. They need to try to make a series out of this thing. They're down 10 after the first. They end up losing 121-108. Tell me when this was close. Game 4, okay, pride. Salvage something. Let's go back. Now we're done. 1-2-3 Cancun. Cavs were never in it. Down 12 after the first. They were down 19 at halftime. They lose by 37. You want to do some math with all the numbers? Cavs lost all 4 games by 11 points or more. So, yeah, they weren't the better team, like James Harden has claimed. Knicks are better. They're off to the NBA Finals. They're on an 11-game win streak. Finals start June 3rd. What's today, May 26th? When the hell's June 3rd? Like next Wednesday? Next Thursday? Holy smoke. I just, the delirium, JJ, when I listen to some of the stuff, like the answer probably, and I'm not mad, do your thing, believe in yourself, I all that. But the answer probably is, you know what, we got our ass.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be better. We got to get better.
It's so bad for James Harden. It goes to the exact thing you were talking about. You're like, does this dude even care? And it's hard to say that he cares when he has a comment like that. And it wasn't close in the series. You guys collapsed in game 1 and then never showed fight after that. You were not the better team. There's no world where you could say that. You have a roster that should be better, but guess what? It's not, because you're not playing well. This is who you are. Even a team that should be able to hide some of his deficiencies, they couldn't do it. And I look at Kenny Atkinson, and this is absolutely a series that gets you fired. It doesn't matter that you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the type of performance that you say peace out, because exactly what the Knicks did. That's the same starting 5 the Knicks ran out last year.
All right.
Bench is a little bit different. It is Mike Brown put players in a little bit different position. Karl-Anthony Towns is a complete 180 of a player under Mike Brown than he was Tom Thibodeau.
So I'm going to push back on one thing and agree with you on another. The Harden thing is tough because we all have eyes, right? And it's just such a bad look. You weren't really good in this series. I think there's something to the fatigue. I think playing every other day, then it's every other day for the last 3-4 weeks. Yeah, I'm sure you're tired. Like I got no doubt you're tired, and they were rested. I'm not arguing that. Let me ask you this though, on the Kenny Atkinson thing, because this is the kind of stuff that gets you fired, and I understand that. But if Mike Brown was the coach of this team, or whomever, was that roster set to beat the Knicks? No matter who the coach was that roster going to beat the Knicks?
I think the Knicks are a better team.
Okay.
But is there a better game plan?
Okay.
A better effort?
Could there have been some fight, right?
There's nothing new. Like,
well, how do you hide him?
How am I supposed to get to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, okay, let's go back to Game 7 against Detroit. They defended their asses off, right? That's how they beat Detroit in games 5 and 7.
If you're tired, well, too damn bad. Everyone wants to be playing this time of year.
Everybody wants a trophy. It's work. You know, you hear about how the Stanley Cup's the hardest trophy to win. The NBA championship, if you're going to keep playing 7 games, yeah, freaking hard. It's hard to grind through that, to keep going, to keep grinding, to keep getting there and playing every other night against a rested team who is young, right? I mean, for the most part, the Knicks are young. They're spry. They're in their prime. They're a freaking machine right now.
They are that good.
Yes.
And that's why initially, this is more about the Knicks, but there was no fight.
And
there was nothing from the Cavs.
I think that's the issue. I don't think if Phil Jackson, Red Auerbach, pick your greatest coaches of all time, I don't care. I don't think the Cavs win that series. I don't. You can give me, the greatest coach you ever want. I don't think the Cavs win that series. Now, do I think they blow a 22-point lead in game one? I don't. If I got someone else there. Can they pull off a game at home? Yeah, I think they lose in 6 instead of 4. But you know what gets you fired? And again, it didn't happen in Atlanta and it didn't happen in Philly. But both of those teams got blued out in the final game of a sweep elimination game by the Knicks, right? Atlanta, that wasn't a sweep, but Atlanta got blued out by 40? Philadelphia, same thing. I mean, we've watched this 3 times with the Knicks. The Knicks have had a chance to close it, and they have run, and it's all been on the road, right? All 3 times. They have run somebody out of their own damn building. There's something, to your point now, there's something about this Knicks team. And I told you, there's that late 80s, early 90s grit to them with a really slick offense that's moving efficiently. There's a toughness, there's a grit, there's that dirty, and I say dirty in the nice term, not like illegal, filthy basketball. There's just that you want to go, let's go. Like there's something to them. But to your point on Kenny Atkinson, man, like go back and analyze game 1. How do you not call a timeout? How do you not make a substitution? How do you not get Harden off of freaking Brunson, for crying out loud? Right? Yeah, I'm listening. I don't know that they win.
Defend him differently. Like, now, here's the thing: the Knicks were going to beat you, as evident when they're like, you know what, we're not going to guard Josh Hart. And what does Josh Hart do? Hit with 4 or 5 3-point shots that game, or the game Jalen Brunson had 14 assists. Like, the Knicks are the better basketball team, but it's just the fact that you have a team that collapses and then no fight the rest of the way. Where does that start? Even with professional basketball players, even with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, it goes right at Kenny Atkinson, who's kind of echoing the same message that you heard from James Harden without saying that they were the better team. Like, if only this or that, I'm not that disappointed. Like, no, that's the time where this is where you shake up your franchise. Like, fans do not want to hear, if only we were able to finish off a team in game 6. We might have been a little tired. No, you were nowhere close to where I could look at this and say, okay, maybe the edge went to the New York Knicks because they just were a little bit fresher. No, they were better than you, top to bottom, all across the board.
Yeah. And then you come out and say, well, yeah, but I think we're a better team. Just the delirium. And let me be very clear. I am well aware James Harden knows way more basketball than I do. He knows way more a lot about basketball. I get it. But I do have eyes. And there is no way. I mean, you've just got to explain to me how what I just saw didn't happen. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel.
Lobo legend.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 294-7684 or visit HansWillerAuto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on.
All right, keep them coming this morning, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Emails, Gopher said, big win by the Dividers, but the crowd must not have been that great, Jeff, because it didn't lead the story. Have you ever seen a schedule like this when they only play 3 times from now till July? Yeah, we have. Once a week with one bye in there, right? Yeah, I've seen it. And then they'll be backloaded because of the facility. Jack says, Bryson still living it up, Jeff, despite the cloudy future on Live. Keep in mind when you are crying about post times. If I cry about post times or just say, I don't miss it. Hey, crying about post times when I want to see something, but I can't find it. Right? That's kind of, to me, I really don't care. To me, that's the difference. I mean, whatever time they're playing, I don't know what time they're playing, but I'm not crying about it because I really don't care. When you're not crying about post times, not being able to find the game on TV, the reason they're playing in Korea is not for Jeff in Albuquerque. It's to open a new market
that previously only tuned into the major. And there's a story that he sent me about Bryson and Optimistic, and so they're looking for $250 to $350 million of investment in LIV, and they say they'll project a profit within 3 years. But give us $250, $350 million annually, and we should be able to project a profit in 3 years. So Bryson's kind of holding on to it. It feels like he's the only dude trying to hold on, doesn't it? Everybody else got silent. Jon Rahm's quiet. They're all trying to find a way back to the PGA. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going back, and let's figure this thing out. I don't got another guy, do you?
Not of that caliber.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't. My thing with LIV Golf is people like golf, but people like football too.
They're not watching the UFL.
They're not watching the UFL. Yeah. You can throw whatever numbers you want out. It's not taking off. You're not going to get the same buzz, and it's a LIV Golf, man. It's people want to be at the golf course. They're playing golf all the time. They watch the PGA Tour, but they just try to throw something else out there and say, "Hey, enjoy this. This matters." Like,
and it's better,
really.
and it's team golf,
really.
and it's yeah. His thing is he really believes that team golf is it. And Bryson is
and why isn't college golf bigger than it is?
Yeah, look, it's totally fair.
Like, you understand those teams.
Yeah, you know who they are. Do you know what can you name me 3 of the teams on in LIV?
The Sporks.
Is that a team?
The Fire Starters.
Is that real?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, all right. Like, is one of them like the Crushers? He's got the golf ball with the skull and bones behind
Managed
it.
by Edward.
Yeah, maybe. He said, I think there's a lot of optimism. There's a business plan that makes sense for team golf. I'd quite honestly say, how do I say this? I'm very optimistic with the business plan of team golf compared to other models, in my opinion. And again, he wears his team stuff with like the and it's a cool logo. I'm not going to, it's got 2 T's crossed at the bottom with a golf ball with a face on top of it. And it's a cool logo. I don't even know what the team is. I guess I should.
And my, not pushback per se, but counter to the comment of, oh, they're playing these tournaments not for you, Jeff, but to open a market. I'm like, does the DP World Tour not exist?
It does.
Are they not playing in different areas of the world? So how is LIV supposed to ignite something new?
Because they've got theoretically the big names, right? If you give me the DP World Tour as a up and coming tour, as opposed to give me Bryson and Jon Rahm and some of the biggest names, that should ignite it. It's the whole USFL model that failed back in the days, or the AFL when it merged with the NFL, right? Give me some of the big names. Remember when Steve Young signed with the USFL for $1 million? He signed with the Express, was a big deal, and that was going to be, they were going to challenge the NFL, right? As opposed to the UFL, well, hell, they got some of the big names. They got Bo Jackson, and they have Steve Young, right? That was the challenge to that. That's why that's different than the UFL, where okay, we're going to challenge them, and it didn't, and it failed, and it went away. By the way, the teams are the Aces, Cleeks Golf Club, the Crushers, the Fireballs, the High Flyers, Korean Golf Club, Legion 8, Majestics, get it? KGC, don't know what that is, Range Goats, Ripper Golf Club, Southern Guards, and Torque Golf. You down? You can go buy their gear.
I get what you're saying about the big names, but if it's not something a fan is like pulling for, is like, oh, you won this tournament. Yeah. The big thing with LIV is the golfers make more money.
Yeah.
Why is that going to get more people to watch?
Well, and they wear shorts and they play 3 rounds instead of 4, and they play team.
Like, the prize pool is bigger for the golfer. Cool. How does that make my weekend better?
It does. It does.
Then to your point, well, the big names are out there. Okay, they're playing 3 days, no cut, no drama.
Yeah. No, all that's correct. It's different. Oh, well, there's music and there's a shotgun start. And so the guy on 3 is finishing it up on number 4, and I'm going to watch that, and not 18. And by the way, I like watching them play the same holes down the stretch, because it makes it somewhat equal on the 4th.
Now, if I'm just looking at all these golfers. I'm like, was there any way that you could shake things up on the PGA Tour?
They did.
Without this happening? Like, was this what was needed? And now you're like, oh, are you not? Like, I'd want to see Bryson DeChambeau playing these tournaments.
Sure.
I want to see him play. But now it's like, well, he might not be there. You lost a couple years of John Rahm, competing at a high level,
right.
adding to his resume. But
They
at
made
least
a bunch of money.
PGA Tour prize pool went up.
Well, so the golfers all won, right?
Oh,
The guys who took the chunk of money from Live and the guys who stayed because their pools, their purses went up. Yeah, everybody won. So this shook it up. And when it's all said and done 10 years from now, you look back on it and say Live was beneficial to they were the second best thing that ever happened to golf next to Tiger Woods, right? Tiger raised the interest in the game, and so TV rights went up and sponsorships went up, and so the purses went up. And Live was the next iteration of that. But I just don't know how, again, team golf is, I mean, who's your favorite team, dude? Do you like the Crushers? Do you like the Cliques? Or you like the Aces? Or who's your team, dude? Who do you like?
There's just some things that work and you're just not going to be able to recreate it. Like, are they trying to have like a Savannah Bananas type of thing with Live Golf? Like, it's not. It's not going to work that way when at the same time you're trying to tell some of the best players in the world to still have that edge and compete to win tournament.
Dude, the Crushers hats are out though. The ones Bryson wears, you can get one. It's $40. You can get a Crushers golf polo, not that nice looking, for $110, or a little quarter zip for $130. I mean, it's all right there. You want your Crushers gear? Kind of cool, I guess. All right, we'll wrap when we get back. 505-246-0610. You still have time to get in emails, Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. I was up at the golf course on Friday, and somebody said, hey, John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. They're like, is that place really that good? And I'm like, actually, I just was there. And the answer is yes, and I encourage you to go by there. John gave me a tour of the place the other day. They've moved to 10501. Montgomery Northeast, second floor up there between Dion's and El Patron. It is unlike anything you've ever thought about a jewelry store. It is amazing. First of all, the selection is insane. The quality is terrific. The service is unmatched. It's an experience. The fastest growing jeweler in New Mexico for 3 years in a row. The only IJO master jeweler in the city, and the best jeweler in Albuquerque for 5 straight years. John Thomas Jewelers is the one name in bridal jewelry. And when you walk in, you're just going to realize how different it is. They got a brand new 4,000 square foot state-of-the-art showroom. It's got a dedicated bridal bar, a private diamond viewing area, a glass enclosed design lab where you can watch your ring come to life from concept to custom creation. And it happens right before your eyes. It's jewelry the way it should be. It's transparent, it's innovative, and it's yours. John Thomas Jewelers is the only jeweler in Albuquerque to offer a free lifetime nationwide warranty and the exclusive home of the no regrets engagement ring. Because when that moment comes, hesitation has no place. If you're not certain she's going to love the ring, and how would you be, right? You've got a full year to bring that ring back, and they will redesign the ring at no extra cost. There's nowhere else to go. Go visit John Thomas Jewelers, their stunning new showroom. Second floor, 10501 Montgomery Northeast, 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are...
Was the official score for that. The final event ever, athletic event for the WAC. JJ, when you start thinking of the WAC and all the history, and certainly in this market of the WAC, and the WAC going away, because the ASUN and the WAC have kind of combined what's left of those 2 leagues, and there's a new league. So the Western Athletic Conference is no longer. The final competition of the WAC, and you start going back and you think of the Steve Youngs and the Jim McMahons and the Robbie Boscos and the Marshall Falks and just the great names that played, the Brian Urlachers, right? Brian was in the WAC. I get it. Things are changing, man, and things are going to change a lot here in the next few years potentially. And when I saw that post, it didn't even really hit me until it hit me. But damn, dude, the WAC. I got this WAC football helmet thing that it never opened, little mini football helmets in my office. I should probably hold on to for a minute, huh?
Yeah. Great collector's item now.
Yeah, that one was that was something. All right, CBS Sports put out an article. It's they ranked all of the college football quarterback, all 136 of them, and they put them into tiers. Have you seen this one?
I have not seen this
All
one
right,
yet.
so it's out now, but for whatever reason I can't load. So I gotta lean on you. So 1 to whatever, how many tiers? And I wish it would load, but now it won't. Lobo's situation was they called it the 21st tier, which with Jack Lane. And I thought that was a little low. New Mexico State was in the bottom tier with the 3 quarterbacks that they have. It just will not load for me, JJ. I may need to lean on you a little bit. You have it?
I think it's something we could dive into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's probably right. But I opened another browser. Yeah, let's get into that tomorrow. Dang, tomorrow's Wednesday already, huh?
Hump day.
Yeah, I'm down. Who do you like tonight? Oklahoma City at home against San Antonio. By the way, we didn't even talk about that Wemby performance the other day. How about how casually he pulled up and hit that half-court jumper at the end of the first half? Different cat. We're going to wow about him all the time. But the bottom line is the series.
They needed it after they lost 2 in a row.
Well, they did. It was a hell of a comeback.
I know the injuries, but the one thing, it's just, especially for Victor, it's like that next step, man, is you being able to be that dude
every night.
Because that's what it's going to take
to
be a champ.
Oklahoma City needs Jalen Williams. I thought De'Aaron Fox was good coming back. I mean, don't you think he makes a difference, De'Aaron Fox? For
yeah, but they lost the game with him in the last.
Yeah, and then they won the next. Then they won the next one. I watched that game a lot closer than I watched the game 3. I don't know where. Was that Friday night? Yeah. I was working at my new place.
It's been game 1 was epic. Last 3 have been kind of not really close either way.
No, I think the whole playoffs. And I got somebody sent an email earlier, and if I missed it, I apologize. It just kind of This is Richard said it's the worst tournament ever. We had one amazing classic game. Otherwise, been an uncompetitive series. The long layoffs between rounds. It's been the most boring NBA playoffs ever. NBC and ABC have to have alternative plans next year, so there isn't so much downtime. But they can't. How do you do that? What if one game goes 7 and one series goes 4? Like this is going to happen. How do you not have downtime? Richard doesn't listen to a plan. How do you want? You want them to play every night? The Knicks are done, and the Spurs and Thunder might not be done for another week. What's your alternative? I'm listening. Thanks to Forrest, he was in. Topes play tonight. El Paso is in town. You can hear it here on these Sports Animal. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. Kenny Thomas is in with Unfiltered coming in at 4 o'clock, and we're back with award-winning radio. Tomorrow morning, we'll start at 7 a.m. Adrian produced on the TV side, and it looks great. Always does. Thank you. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you tomorrow.
Of the daily med fill, same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque